Hey kiddos! The last time we were together we were talking about measurement and the units that we use to measure things. Now sometimes those things can be standard, like when we measure mass and we talk about a gram or a kilogram. Those are going to be the same for everyone, but we are starting to focus on non-standard. So things that everyone has a general idea of how big that thing is, but it could differ from person to person. So for example, if you're in gym with Mr. Campbell and he tells you to stand an arm's length away from someone, everybody can do this and figure out an arm's length away, but my arm's length and your arm's length is going to be a little different just based on how long our arms are. That's a non-standard unit. Sometimes it's really important to have exact measurements. When we're building things like a house, or if we're trying to fit something into something else, we need to use those standard units because then they're the same for everyone. But sometimes a non-standard unit is good enough. For example, if someone asks you for directions to a place, you might tell them that it's 2 houses down. When we say that, it's not a standard unit of measure because not all houses are the same size. Yards aren't the same size either. So if you tell someone 2 houses, they'll be able to find what you're saying because they're looking for 2 houses. However, if you were to actually measure that distance, depending on the size of the house or which 2 houses you're talking about, the actual distance would change because the yards and the houses themselves could be bigger or smaller than each other. This is a time when using non-standard measurement actually makes more sense because the 2 houses gives the person following your directions a much easier way to know when they've reached where they're going instead of saying how long it is in centimeters. That's not super helpful in this situation. Yesterday you used your feet as the unit and you used one at a time and you measured your driveway. Today what I'm going to get you to do is use your hands. Again, my hands and your hands will be a little different, but we have a general idea of how big that will be. So what I want you to do today is try and find 3 things in your home that is exactly 2 hands tall. So for me, when I looked around my house, I found this roll of paper towel, and when I hold my hands to it, it is exactly 2 of my hands tall. I also found this lovely class picture, and I'm going to measure it this way with my hands, and it is also 2 of my hands long. I want you to try and find 3 things in your home, measure it with your hands, and then you can put in the question below what it is that you found. See you next time.